Hello my friends and welcome to the game Mini Motorways. It's a fun, relaxing, easy to get to grips with experience where you simply lay out roads and help manage traffic as cars travel from one destination to another. The game starts out really simple and easy and gets increasingly complicated as time goes by. You will find yourself managing a whole network of roads and motorways, junctions and roundabouts, and it is a lot of fun. And with this video, I just want to introduce you to the game. I also want to mention that this is made by the same people that made Mini Metro. I think I covered this game on my channel like 6 or 7 years ago. So if you were around then and watched those videos, leave a comment down below. I'd love to know how many of you are still with us. Right then, let's get into this. I want to introduce you to this game as if you haven't seen it before, so I'll explain how it works. There'll also be some jump cuts as we fly through the level, and I also want to let you know this game has like a lot of replay value. You have daily challenges which can add custom rules to the game which make it really interesting. You also have weekly challenges with those custom rules as well. So similar to Mini Metro, there's a certain amount of replayability here, but that's where the real replay value comes in for me. As for each of these levels, you can see that I played quite a few of them already and picked up some good scores. However, it kind of felt like the game was getting harder as I went along. I'm not sure that is true though, because with Manila and Rio de Janeiro I picked up some really good scores, and the next level I have to play is Dubai, and that's the one that we're going to do together. So here it is, the beginning of the level. What we have to do is connect houses to these destinations, and we do so by dragging the mouse like this. I always have a bit of a funky time dragging it in a straight line though. That is not really a fault of the game, that's because I'm using a new ergonomic mouse and I found it difficult to get used to. Now this is where the game is kind of relaxing. You just sit back and watch the cars go back and forth through the destinations. It's a little bit more pleasing once you've got a bigger network, and that's cool because we can speed up the game and make it go a little faster. So you saw there that a secondary house popped up, and that's what happens in this game. New houses and new destinations will pop up and you've got to link them together. So we now have extra houses and an extra destination, and you can see here that it is obviously a different colour, and the cars have not left these houses, and that's because they cannot get over there. Once we drag this road across though, they'll be able to cross the river, and that actually used up a bridge. So down here at the bottom we have the amount of tiles we have access to, and then we have other types of tiles here as well, and the bridge is one of them, and you can see it's now offering us an extra bridge because we passed week 1, or traffic lights, which I've got to admit I've never been too keen on the traffic lights, but there is a spot here that we could put them, and that is at that junction right there. However, I find when you have junctions that a lot of traffic go through, it's never really a good idea to directly hook up one of these roads to it. I'm just going to move it around over there, and as you saw, I can very easily rearrange the roads if I want to. So let's go ahead and remove that one, which we do by right clicking, drag another road here, and you know, that's the layout now. So more houses pop up and another destination, and we drag a road across to it, and then the traffic starts to move through the city. Obviously it's satisfying, but you can see where this is going. As time goes on, the amount of houses, the amount of destinations, I don't believe there is a limit. They just keep coming and coming. Now this one here just upgraded, which I believe means it has increased demand, so more traffic will be going to it. And you might have noticed that the map is kind of slowly expanding. It just does that. You continuously like zoom out, as it were. Anyway, we now get to access something a little different, which is the roundabout, and I think there is a perfect opportunity to use this. So I say that, but things are a little cramped here. I like the roundabout, so we're going to put it there and it will technically work. We also need to extend the road over here so these houses can get to that destination. And as you'll see here, things are starting to get a little gridlocked. So let me introduce you to the diagonal road, which you can drag across like that. Now we're going to conduct an experiment quickly. When I drag these tiles here, we currently got 33. We go down to 31. So that cost us 2 tiles to create that little shape of road. We can get to the same destination by using a diagonal, and it only costs us 1 road. So the way that you can save on road tiles in this game is just by cutting corners like so. And if you do that every time there is an opportunity to, you will save on tyres. Anyway, it looks like we're going to see the motorway next, and I think getting from this spot to that spot over there would be a great way to use the motorway. As you saw there, I can also rotate the houses. Now with this, we can actually create an independent set of roads that go to one destination. You can do that with or without the motorway, but the point is you don't have to have all of your roads connected. Now what did I say a second ago? We want to use diagonals where we can to save on road tiles, so I'm going to just arrange parts of the road layout here. So with this video, I'm just mostly trying to introduce you to the basics of the game. We could get a little bit more advanced and talk about how we link our roads together. So for example, if I were to create this junction like so, then it means any green cars that find themselves over here can whiz across the motorway to the other side. But that's not the way things are laid out here. What would probably make more sense is adding a bridge there, so some of these houses can just hop straight across to these two and avoid going through this bridge and past this area. So up the top here you can see we've got some new houses. They are a new colour variety, and of course with the increasing amount of colours, the network gets more complex with different traffic demands. Some of our buildings are upgraded, and we've got a double destination one right here. This can share two different colours. It doesn't always do it, but sometimes they will be shared in one single spot. Another thing I'm finding myself struggling with here is playing the game at double speed, which I usually do, but I've been playing it without talking and recording at the same time. And I'm finding it a little bit more taxing to juggle all these things. Also, remember how I said how the game just steadily zooms out, right? Like, look how big the area is now. And our double destination now has orange in there. Now, one of the things you can do is remove a connection like I just did. It'll actually stay there for a little while if it's in use. So if I remove that, we have to wait until those two cars have crossed and then gone back to wherever they're going. So essentially the journey has to be complete. That can get a little awkward with removing bridges, but luckily I picked up a couple of extra ones, and I feel like we should probably create a little bit of a ring road around here. And do you know what else I think we're probably going to need? Another motorway. So every now and then you're going to need to pause the game and rearrange stuff. As you can see, I've made quite a few adjustments. Like over here, the position of the road is slightly different to connect with this connection. We're going to go ahead and drag a roundabout onto this spot, which I think is awesome. The motorway is going to connect to it, and all this other traffic can go through it. You might also notice there's a lot of houses where I've moved the driveways, and the idea here is to get them away from those busier junctions, as sometimes the cars leaving their houses can really kind of like slow things down. You want more of a bit of a stream and a flow. Just noticed we got this here. I think for now it might be somewhat inefficient, but we'll just connect you through that spot. And we also have ourselves another motorway, and I need to figure out a good spot to use this one. So I really don't think this is actually necessary yet, but I've readjusted some of these houses so that they sort of point more towards where this motorway is, and then they can have a quick trip across without having to go through some of the other traffic spots. So now as we resume the game, we'll see some of those roads we've readjusted disappearing as they're no longer being used, like that motorway for example there just appeared, and now it means that the next one in this new position is in use again. You got to be careful when you do that though, because sometimes there'll be a lot of traffic moving through a road and it'll be a while before your new layout is up and running. So we have a problem. That is a lack of bridges to get across to this area, and we're going to have to sacrifice one of these. Now I kind of feel like this one should probably be rearranged to go to that side, as it's mainly orange and pink that are going to kind of use that to get to these three. This one here in the middle is way better for the green. This isn't actually getting a lot of use, so I'm going to leave the road there to remind me that I want that back in the future. And then I think we'll just have a connection go across like this. And we got to wait for that one to no longer be used, like I was explaining before. There you go. And now we can use the bridge. Well, I would have liked some bridges, and I'm not too keen on the traffic lights, so we'll take the extra road tiles that has, however, reminded me to maybe try and make use of these again. Look, we've got a lot of traffic going on down here, although I'm not sure that means it's going to be the best application for it. So I put traffic lights here and here, and I've got a feeling it's not going to help our situation. I was also thinking, well, there's some orange down here that has to go a long ways to get up there. And the motorways can kind of act like a bridge, so we'll directly connect it like that. And look at this, they're popping up all sorts of houses all over the place. Okay, I don't know why I didn't see this before, but we should add like an alternate connection up here. So any of these ones that want to get to that one don't go through this middle area. And then maybe the same over here, like just having a back road to go from this side to there. Maybe occasionally take some traffic off of some of these more congested areas. And maybe a road over the back here makes sense. If any of those want to go there, why go through that roundabout? And you know what? Let's extend another gap through there as well. Those are the changes that I'm going to make. And they need to take effect pretty quickly because as you can see, we've got some big timers developing on these blocks, which I hadn't mentioned before. And the one at the top there has gone on for long enough that we've now reached the end of the level. Oh dear. We got a score of 848, which is fantastic because we needed 400 to unlock the next level. So that was Mini Motorways. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I want to conclude this video by saying I probably will continue to play and record this game. However, unedited footage will be uploaded to my second channel, Xisuma 2. So if you'd like to catch some more of me playing this game, head over there and leave a subscribe. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.